Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a storyline overview. And wow, the storyline this season is actually something which I did not expect to be so big. It's much bigger than we expected, and we're going to be going into that in a second, talking about the nothing, everything, and so much else inside of Fortnite. But before we get into details about the nothing, let's just talk about where we're currently at. Currently, as I speak right now. So the storyline is obviously taking place. We know the island has been taken over by Chrome. We see that in the trailer here with Paradigm, etc. We know that Paradigm has now gone through the 0 point and gone somewhere else. Jones explains this really well in this little clip here.
So, quick recap. The 7 are gone, Paradigm's jumped into the 0 point, and it's all down to us to figure out what's going on with the island.
So yeah, that's currently where the storyline's at. We know that the Herald has taken over the Sanctuary over here, and the Herald, we don't know who exactly the Herald is or who she's related to yet, but we'll look into that and kind of give some theories, but still no confirmation on exactly who she is. But she's definitely temporary, she's not permanent, and she is here to watch currently, or where the old reality tree was. She's the Bloom Watcher, as we know, watching that tree and controlling it. Now, my initial thoughts on this is it's going to be something to do with Fortnitemares. This tree is probably going to have an impact on Fortnitemares and probably where all the Halloween stuff is going to be based. It's kind of dead on this side of the map, so I'm assuming that's probably where most of Fortnitemares will be set. Probably, can't 100% confirm it, but it is more than likely going to be the case with this over here. She is still controlling it and making it weaker and weaker, ready to see what happens with that. Obviously, that means that she does have access to the 0 point, but the 0 point isn't everything here. There's two sides to the thing. There's everything and nothing. And this is something weird. The storyline really takes a big turn this season. We've had references to nothing and everything from Donald numerous times on Twitter, but we're going to exclude them from here. We're just going to talk about the storyline only. And the first reference we got to the everything and nothing was during the scientist tapes during Season X. Now, if you actually take a little look at this screenshot here, you can see the reference to it doesn't really make too much sense until we actually look at the secret. The initial line said activate the beacon at precisely the moment the timer reaches nothing. But if we look further into this, the black hole itself during the event in the aftermath was actually spitting out numbers. Now, if we line these numbers up with all of the different letters during the scientist tape, we do get as follows. I was not alone, others are outside the loop, that was not calculated, the nothing is now inevitable. So interesting to see that this was the secret message coming from inside or after the scientist had traveled through the 0 point here. In this sense, after the black hole event, he was then still sending a message to tell us that he was not alone. Others are outside the loop, which I'm assuming is what they did here. They escaped that, they come in and out of it, as we see with the Paradigm this season. And then this is obviously, this was not calculated. The nothing is now inevitable, and they talk about the nothing itself. Now, do IO know about the nothing? Probably not as well as the 7, but they do have a little bit of sense of the nothing, because in the recent comic, this is kind of a spoiler. If you are someone that reads the comics and you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead now a little bit. But this here is when Geno does die. I generally hope you were right, because if you fail, it means the end of everything. Basically just signifies that Geno does know what the nothing is, which is kind of cool, and he does also have an idea what it is. So I'm sure IO do know what it is, but they definitely don't take it as seriously as the 7. For example, the last reality in Season 8 were really taking over the island a little bit, but IO really didn't do much about it. They just kind of sat back in their 0 point, while the 7 were trying their best to stop the last reality. IO just were chilling, and then suddenly, you know, the 7 did stop Last Reality by splitting the island. IO had no idea what was going on. Would IO have stepped in? I assume they are not on the same team as Last Reality, and they're not on the same team as the Nothing, which is more of an elemental thing now. We really are comparing everything, which is life, to nothing, which is just taken over by the darkness. And kind of like the black hole, the chrome is starting to spread, and eventually there'll be no life forms left other than chrome, which is basically what the nothing is, as we know so far. Now, something really important to look at here with the storyline and what we have with the Herald, her description does also support this a little bit further. The nothing is coming, which is what the Herald is doing here. This is probably what we're going to see during Fortnitemares, something related to the nothing. Maybe. I'm hoping so anyway. And is it going to be connected to the last reality or not? Some people have theorized, come up with theories that she is related to the Cube Queen and stuff. There is kind of a little bit of evidence for this, because if you do listen to her little lobby track here, you can hear references to the Cube style music. Take a little listen to that here. So there are a few different theories going around that the Herald is the herald of the original Cube Queen over at her base inside of here, which would technically bring the Last Reality into the Fortnite storyline again, and it is kind of give that purpley vibe that the cube could possibly give, that dark matter substance. But I don't generally think that they would bring back the Last Reality that easily, but we'll find out, I guess, during Fortnitemares. Will it be a brand new faction being the Nothing, or will it actually be related to the Last Reality? I think it would kind of be cool if they kind of kept the Last Reality out of it, but had maybe the same leaders over these element substances, maybe. But I don't know, I feel like the Chrome doesn't really have much relationship at all to Kevin. We've never really seen that and the cube substance. Obviously, Kevin isn't the core element of the Last Reality. We know the Last Reality is more than just Kevin. The Last Reality is a whole substance, a whole faction, a whole element. It's not just Kevin, and we even see that during the event with Kevin during the Skyfire, Operation Skyfire event, where Kevin is no longer part of Last Reality, it becomes blue. We've seen the blue variant, we've seen a yellow variant, we've seen different variants of Kevin to prove that that isn't the case here in all scenarios. Now, another kind of rumor or leak that's going around is next season, which would be season 5, will be taking us to a new kind of chapter here, or a new island. Maybe not a new chapter, but a new island. So kind of a new chapter, but a new island, which would possibly be maybe in the next season. I don't know, but that's the theory going around, that it could be a new island which could be related to this and something to do with different islands and stuff. I think it could be a possibility. I think one thing that Fortnite's never done is, well, they did it with the season 7, the Last Reality, the one before Last Reality, the one with the UFO, where you could go on the ship. But it'd be nice if you could travel to a different planet or the moon or something and do like a little event to get rewards in game, like different, not event, but like, you know, different mini game type thing, which we had with the UFO again, which would give them loot and stuff. I think that'd be quite nice with the moon, or even the Nothing, or even this new island which is mentioned for next season, which might not be the core island, or maybe there's 2 islands that you land and then the buses merge together, so 2 smaller. I don't know, just maybe the players go up to 150 and 50 players land on the small island, 100 land on the main, and the small island eventually merges to the main island throughout the Battle Royale game. I don't know, that'd be cool. It's a cool concept, but that's only just a wild theory, guys. That's not what I'm trying to get out with this video. Obviously, we mentioned most of the key points here with the Fortnite storyline video. It's really crucial to look at Paradine's tapes as well. Take a listen to what she has to say about the Nothing. It is definitely here, and we know that Nothing is going to take over. And we'll talk a little bit about Paradigm in a sec.
Survivors, this is Paradigm. I don't know if anyone can hear me, but I have to try. If you're out there, send me a sign. You're there. You can hear me. I have to keep these transmissions short, but I'll send everything I know. Stay safe. And listen, there will be no second chances here. The Nothing is... If there's a way through this, we'll need to know everything about this. Starting with the Chrome. We ran some experiments, but you'll probably need more data. When we first found the Chrome on the island, everyone started developing plans to deal with it. The Origin, unsurprisingly, began drawing up battle plans. I have to shut down communication. I'm sorry. The 0 point is... I wish I could explain. Just hold on tight, okay? And stick together.
So there's her tapes. You can see she does mention it, and she is now in her new reality area, which we see her go through the 0 point in the event to her new realities 5 something 6. I can't remember the exact name of it right now, but it's some sort of reality she's at. She's in a different world, and we may be exploring that next season, and during the event at the end of this season. There should be a big live event at the end of this season, so keep you guys updated for that. But yeah, that's basically where we are with the story. Paradigm's in a different world where she's learning about all the technology, learning about Chrome, trying to figure out how to bring back the 7 and defeat the Chrome at the same time, and also just what to do with IO. We know IO are on a mission to complete different stuff, but with Genos supposedly dead, that's what people say, I don't know if IO will be the same as they are. Obviously, Geno might not be dead, but everyone says he is, and I don't think he is. I do think he will come back, and maybe IO and the 7 are going to team up to defeat the Last Reality and all that sort of stuff going on with the dark matter and stuff, which would kind of make sense eventually. But there has been a war between the IO and the 7 for a very long time, but also they are not considering working together against this big threat that's now here to destroy all of reality. So let's wait and see what will happen with the Nothing. Will our island just fall into darkness and become nothing, complete still with no life? Or will the 7 and IO step it up and save us from this crazy damage which is about to take place to our island? Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. That's the storyline video so far. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, your theories. I'd love to read them. Leave them down below. I'll see you guys soon. Once again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Postbox Pat, signing out.